Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Stefan, and today we'll be continuing on with episode 7 of our series of the Determined Exterminator Grand Admiral Challenge. So let's load it up and resume. So last we left off, we had exploited the Next awareness for a protectorate status. There are two primary benefits to this. First of all, we don't have to involve ourselves with the wars with the Meguinol Purifiers and or the United Nations of Earth. And second of all, we don't have to waste an influence per month because Defensive Pact does cost influence. So now we're able to completely focus on inward home expansion and spam more habitats. Also, now that our economy is actually down the gutter, we're gonna also spam solar habitats. And yeah, hopefully our economy should be up and running real quick. Also, since the 3 weeks ago that I've last played it, I realized a couple things and have changed my mind on a couple issues regarding war. So first and foremost, we're going to want to spam Corvettes. Corvette spam is extremely effective and it's proven by science. If by science you mean like 3 out of 3 games that I've played since then. So I've realized that the best thing to do is just to put a torpedo on a Corvette and yeah, let it go and destroy the enemy ship. Seems to be effective, and also, I don't know why I haven't researched afterburners yet. They're quite important, and if I can, I am gonna wanna really research that. So now that we have our spam class Corvettes, we can go ahead and try to upgrade these. And by upgrade, I mean just completely retrofit them into the spam class Corvette, the best class Corvette so far. As for our destroyers, I am gonna wanna go ahead and make some picket ones. We're actually going to want to go for a large weapon, and that is because the enemy over there is using primarily cruisers. And cruisers are pretty large, pretty slow, and we can hit them with a large weapon very well. Plus, they're also equipped with missiles, so we're going to want to have a lot of point defense to try to hopefully negate some of this. And so with that, I believe we can continue on and try to get mega engineering researched, because that is what we're focusing on, and that is hopefully what we're gonna get. Ooh, bunker bot. So let's see if it gives an Elgate insight this time by letting it continue its mysterious calculations. Please. Please, game. No? Well, screw you too. Oh shit. Huh. So it looks like the Decron Assimilators got a machine uprising going on. Interesting. Haven't seen that happen ever, really. Most uprisings get put down pretty quickly, so let's see how this one works out. I mean, because the Purifiers have a fleet, it may mean that the new Decron Assimilators are not going to stand a chance, but who knows, maybe they'll be able to build one up fast enough. Overall, uprisings of this nature are really not balanced in this game, because if a power rises up against a power with an already built up fleet, it really has no chance unless the ones they're rising up against are incompetent, which, who knows, may happen. Alright, so it seems that we need to save up about 20k minerals to actually reinforce the 2 fleets that I'm preparing, and so we're going to wait until that. Reinforce the fleets and go to war. And actually, we may even be able to build up the 20k minerals back to actually begin the construction of our first ring world segment. Also, these marauders are now available for hiring, and I could actually try to get a fleet going. We're gonna have to save up 9,000 energy credits, and yeah, it's plausible. Let's try to go for it. If we can get a fleet and then also get our own fleet and attack the Bashrekians, it could work out well. One thing that we do have to do, which I sometimes forget, is to actually try to get an army up and running. I've been in more wars than what I would like to admit, where I actually didn't have an army at the start, and yeah, those wars usually don't turn out that well. Alright, so checking back on the assimilators that have risen up. Yeah, indeed it seems that, as always, it doesn't work out well. The purifiers have basically taken over most of their territory, and they're going to be wiped out, which is quite unfortunate. Because more robot empires would certainly be nice to have, but it looks like it's not happening. And actually it looks like the Magmanal Purifiers and the Next Awareness are going to war with the United Nations of Earth again. Guess they agreed that those damn humans need to go. Alright, now we got our 13k energy credits from a nice trade deal, and you can go ahead and hire some mercenaries. Now, it is expensive, but we don't have to actually upkeep them at all, and they should be located at our capital world. Fortunately, they are. This is a solid 6.5k military power, and with the fleet that's gonna start to get reinforced, it should work out well, and I should have more fleet power than they do. Now, fleet power isn't everything, but it's a pretty damn good indicator of how good your fleets actually are. And especially with the type of ships that I have, which are Alpha Strike torpedo corvettes, we should not have too many losses after every engagement, and that will help us out a lot. As for the plan for this war, what I'm hoping to try to do is go ahead and capture Abshna Min right away, because it doesn't actually have any fortresses on it, and after that I try to go for Asna and move on to their capital system. Gofia will basically be ignored. I'll send a fleet there to take out the station, but the fact that it has an FTL blocker on it means that we're not going to put priority into taking it over. Plus, as far as I can see, this station doesn't appear to be a shipyard. I may be wrong, I'm just looking at the graphics right now. It's certainly possible to tell the difference and visually determine what type of station one is, but for now I don't have the experience. Hopefully after the war I can inform you all about how it should be done, and hopefully get wise on it myself. One problem that I'm realizing I may have to run into is that these guys may not stick around for that long, because they're mercenaries and they're only hired for a period of 5 years, and when I hired them it was like 2 years ago, so we're gonna have to kick off the war real quick, and hopefully we can finish it before a decade has passed. Fortunately for now our economy is still in the green, and we should be able to somewhat be able to resupply our fleets during the war itself. My biggest concern was that we were going to run out of energy credits, and as you saw, I was just building up a bunch of energy plants on all my habitats, and it seems to have paid off. Okay, so we have our fleets here. Now let's go. Oof, 97 mineral production, 4 energy credit production. Better be worth it. I'm basically going way over my naval capacity, and I'm only doing that because I'm hoping to lose some of the ships along the way. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and declare war. Let's assimilate them once and for all. Looks like these guys are actually going to split up. That's going to be very good. And so I'll try to keep my fleet together in that case. If you can meet their fleets one at a time, that'd be perfect. I know this fleet is going to try to go and wreak havoc over on my south, but it doesn't really matter too much if we're going to, you know, take them over. Alright, it seems that we're losing scientists before we're losing any ships. I mean, we did lose 2 ships, but 2 ships is kind of insignificant. These guys are attacking us. I don't know why they're doing that. We have 27k fleet power against 13k. Those guys crazy or what? Okay, they're attacking. Let's take them head on. Construction complete. Alright, that went well. We have taken some losses, now our economy is back to normal, and we can go ahead and continue claiming their space. Now what I'll do is I'll try to claim the system right here, right now, and after that it's going to be a bit difficult to continue moving forward because these planets now have FTL blockers, and FTL blockers are a pain in the ass to deal with. I'm going to have to mobilize my army real quick and start bombing the planet. Because if we can actually bomb the stronghold itself, it may work out to our advantage. Now it is going to be a long battle, and our fleet is going to be stuck there for a while, but it's okay because, well, the enemy is coming right at us, so it's not going to be much of a problem. At least it shouldn't be. Okay, it looks like this fleet is actually different from the other one. Let's check them out. They have point defense, so all my destroyers are pretty much useless. And actually no, they have missiles. Never mind. Point defense is still relevant. They have point defense too, so our torpedoes are made a bit useless, but not that useless. We are able to take them out. And now we're gonna want to take out their planet. Actually, let's have them bomb the planet a bit. And let's see, they missed the stronghold, so it doesn't matter. At this point, the most important thing is going to be taking over the planet and going ahead and taking over their main station, because that is definitely a shipyard. And new ships on the enemy side is never good for us. Alright, ships are healed up, mostly, and we can go ahead and engage more stations. These stations are actually kind of tough. 9k is a bit much. So actually I'm going to hold off trying to engage that because there's a fleet there. And engaging 13 fleet total is not within our interests. Actually, you know what we can do? We can probably try to take out their fleet. So let's head over to Kimithar, take that station, and also take Mitten. Well, take back Mitten, rather. Guys, where are you going? I guess you're too fast for your own good. How are these guys going? They're trying to sneak past us. Alright. And now we can go back to Azha and deal with this fleet. Alright, perfect. So the fleets of these guys are pretty much ruined. And even though they are ruined, they're still equivalent to us. Well, they really shouldn't be. They're objectively inferior. Also, mercenary contact expired. Shit. Well, we gotta get a quick trade deal going so that we're able to actually continue it. Because their fleet is actually playing a big part in this war. Okay, 12k. Can we engage 12k? Huh. Well, I mean, they have battleships and cruisers. We should be effective against them. But I'd rather not risk it. So what I'd rather do is start reinforcing these fleets and going to take Glavius. That way my new ships should be able to come in and reinforce, and it should work out well. Unless these guys try to attack and we're in a spot to retaliate. Oh, where are these guys going? Kimithar. And looks like they're going to try to avoid my fleets. So let's try to meet them there. They should go through Mitten. And so if I order my ships to go to Mitten, we should have an encounter. Plus, I should be able to take back the station, which is important, but not a big priority. Alright, we have their fleet. Hopefully we can take out the station before they engage us. Yes, we can. It also looks like their fleets are going down pretty fast. Maybe we could have just engaged them previously. Now we know. And with that, their chances at repelling our attacks should pretty much be gone. Once we take out the station and take out their home station, it should be over for them. Oh, what the fuck? How do they have 11k already? Fortunately, we were able to take them out, and now we can chill right here and repair a bit. Okay, fuck it, let's go. So first of all, we take out their cruisers. Next, we take out their station. It does have a lot of defensive platforms, so it should get a lot weaker as time passes. But I'm not sure how much of an effect it's going to have on my fleet. Oh, United Nations of Earth also disappeared. Oh, that's kind of scary. That means that the Magwanol Purifiers are going to be looking at the next awareness next. That may or may not be a problem. One thing that will be a problem is this station over here. Coruscant has 9k fleet power on it. And right now I can't actually match that. Even considering our mercenary fleet, which is getting weaker and weaker over time. After our ships are sufficiently repaired, we should be able to take Coruscant, and then Yixida, and yeah, and then they're done. Let's instead go ahead and try to take Gothia. It'll be the safer option. Alright, we have taken out that station, and now we can go ahead and take over Coruscant. Perfect. And our military fleet should be able to take out the planet easily. Alright, so now we're attacking Coruscant, and it should be ours. Alright, perfect. Now we can land a final assault on their last planet. At this point, we won't even have to really deal with their fleets. Although, if they want to kill themselves against us, I'll give them the opportunity. Okay, now at this point the mercenary contact ends, and we're just gonna let them go. All that is left is the final planet of Yidixa. It probably has a couple shipyards on it, considering that there are ships coming out of it. And but other than that, it should have been weak. Unfortunately, it's defended. What I'll try to do is try to take out their fleets one at a time, so that I don't have to deal with them and the station. Then I can go ahead and take it out. Now this is the final battle of the war. If we win this one, it's all over. If we don't, well, I don't know what to say. Also, we just got a non-aggression pact from these guys for like no reason. They hate us because we're assimilators, but they're receptive. What the fuck? We also have finally researched the glorious megastructure technology, meaning that after we're done, we're going to disband our fleets and focus on that. Hopefully we haven't lost our guarantee, and indeed we have not, because these guys are still way too powerful. And speaking of power, let's get back to battle. We have won it, hands down. And now we just have to clean up some territory. Yes! The Bashrakan Enlightened Kingdom is now ended. And you know what else is ended? This episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like. And subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be interweaving episodes of The Calculated Mistake with the Hysterian Imperium. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.